saying, man, Young Thug has been sent back to jail, according to XXL, now for reportedly failing to pass a court-ordered drug test. Now, according to court documents, the rapper had his bond revoked after submitting a positive drug test. Now, here you see the mugshot picture right there on the screen. He is being held right now on 8 felonies, and that's charges stemming from September 2017 arrests when he's facing drug charges. What he had allegedly meth, hydrocodone, weed, etc. Don't say the drug, maybe weed, whatever, but he pissed dirty. Now they revoked his bond. He's sitting up in jail. Saying, man, it's your thoughts.
You don't ever wish anybody, we said this numerous times on this podcast, anyone, especially us, to sit in jail, especially for a drug charge and things like that. But
right,
you got to kind of put blame on his brother right now for this. Like we were talking about earlier on, it's like, yo, how you don't know with all this money and everything you got going on, how you piss dirty?
Right.
How do you piss dirty?
Right.
I mean, we could get into the nitty gritties of what you can do to pass the drug test, but how do you, knowing you had to know that shit was coming up, how do you fail a drug test with all this shit you got going on? Now, I remember telling you that he was on the Poison album with my man Swiss Beats, and that record on that motherfucker's cold.
Yeah, Thugger can spit.
Thugger can spit. And no matter what you think of him, no matter what you think of his flamboyant outfits and all that shit, he's talented. He's doing numbers. He's making his money. You don't want to see him caught up in a situation where all of that's going to get taken away from him for seemingly things that he could have avoided. We see our man A.R. Rab out in Philly going through a real situation right now.
Right.
And it's like, you could have avoided this, dog, but you got a lot of this goes on you.
Yeah. And like you said, man, they got so many devices now. They got the thing where you can strap up to the thing.
Pause.
And you can get other people's, pause, definitely, other people's urine. There's all types of things. They got flushes and stuff like that. But, I guess it kind of is what it is when you're, thinking that, you're rich, you're living kind of above the law, so to say. Kind of, a reality check for Young Thug, man. Kind of sad to see this, go on, with him, because he had a real promising career. Not to say that it's over or anything like that, but this definitely halts it. Facing 8 felonies, now they want to take your bond away, which means you can't even use your money to get out until the judge says, release him. Not looking good for him, man. He's gonna have to clean up. Whatever that is, he's going to have to stop doing it, because that's probably going to be one of the, stipulations if he gets any type of deal to make sure that he continues to pitch clean. So I don't know, man.
Oh, God, my bad. We automatically jumped to the conclusion that it was weed and they may have been premature.
Right.
What are your other suspicions? What it could have been? And that being said, if it was something else outside of weed, do you think it's a little bit of a dependency situation going on right now?
It could be that. It definitely could be that. Maybe he couldn't stop. You know what I mean? Maybe he said, fuck it. I mean, who knows, the situation, with this. But as we see, a lot of rappers, promoting it. And like I always say, everybody's not just doing it for fun or whatever to glorify. Some people legitimately probably started it, however they started it, and just kept going with it. And now they're at a point where they can't stop until they seek the, the necessary help, or they want to stop. Either one. You have to want to stop first. So maybe he is at that point. And if he is, I mean, this could be used as an opportunity, because we've seen people like Meek Mill. We've seen other people, even T.I., come clean and say that he had a problem at one point. Now they're cleaning themselves up and they just want to be a beacon of light to help other people. So hopefully he could turn this situation around. Even the cat, what's the cat? I forgot the cat's name. Little Xan, one of those little rappers, the white cat, was talking about how the death of Mac Miller, excuse me, pretty much, made him open his eyes up more. So hopefully this could be one of those moments, man, but we'll see.
You know what, though? This is something that I got to get off my chest real quick as far as that goes, because you'll see in this situation, 9 times out of 10, he'll do jail time over doing counseling, over doing rehab, over doing some kind of rehabilitation in order to fix a problem. And what frustrates me is you see, and granted, they may not have a rap sheet as a Young Thugger, but far too often you see a lot of people of color, when it comes to drug dependencies, getting put in jail, and then you see other races getting put in drug rehabilitation centers. So it's a line that has to be drawn, and it's something. It's real messed up. It fucked up. I mean, let's just call it for what it is, because he'll possibly sit in jail if he does have a dependency problem and never get the help he seeks. And being institutionalized is not helping him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you're right about that. And, you know, at this point, I don't think people, not the people, but the system, as we know, don't care. They got, it's the way that they got it set up. You know, we know that's not helping him, but if he got all those charges, they're going to try to, you know, stick him for whatever they can get him with. He has enough money, obviously, to get lawyers to fight all of it, but I just don't know how it's going to turn out for Young Thugger, though. We'll see.
Is this shame on him?
Definitely, man. You got to take responsibility for your actions. Like a lot of people, they talk about it's always two sides to this. You know, when you talk about the drug dealer, but then the user, it's not like the drug dealer is forcing, you know, the addict to buy. The addict is willing. The addict seeks them out as well. So it's definitely two sides. It's you know, it's accountability, responsibility on both people. You know what I mean? They both need to be held accountable.
Fact.
Yes, sir. But you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Oh God, and Sam. Man, we going in tonight on this Thursday night, now exclusively on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and YouTube. But all my people watching on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button and make sure that you share this video.